Hi guys, hope you're well. So the final part now of the Jason Hall story. This is the guy, Kid London, the nearly man who went over to Las Vegas and sparred the great Floyd Mayweather for over 4 years and other boxing greats. Came back to England, had loads of fights, but his life spiraled out of control and it ended up with 5 suicide attempts. Jason is now back on his feet and top of his game. But we're going to be talking about the early years, where he was brought up, how he was shaped as a man. He's a hero. He's no longer the nearly man. He is Jason Hall.
I tell you what, it more or less started from the beginning of my boxing career, and it carried on with me right until I was turned pro. So when I was an amateur, I went in the schoolboys. Well, I tell you what, I was on a winning streak of amateur fights until I was about 13, 14. Then I come up against a boy in the schoolboys. He beat me, gave me my first loss. Spencer Oliver.
The Spencer Oliver.
The Spencer Oliver.
Yes. Yeah.
And like I said, I was on a winning streak. And it was my first attempt at the schoolboy championships. I think I was 14. And he'd had 30 odd fights, Spencer. I was 10-0 as an amateur.
Yeah.
And he beat me on a majority decision. I bloodied his nose up.
So it was only a points decision he beat you on?
Points decision, yeah. It was a good scrap. Yeah,
And
nice.
he went on to be world champ, didn't he?
He went on to be European champion.
Yes.
He went on to be European champion. I had loads of club fights after that, club shows. Carried on, went in the schoolboys again the following year. And I beat everyone. I beat boys from West Ham, I beat boys from Repton, I beat boys from Islington. I went through London like that, like butter.
Can I ask you to stop you there, Jason?
Yeah.
Did you have support? We want to know about you as well as your boxing career. Did you have support from family?
Yeah, my mum was my drive.
It hard upbringing for you or what?
Not really, no. Do you know what? I was a bit lively as a kid. Mm-hmm. I was a bit lively as a primary school kid as well, and that's when I went into the boxing. I went into the boxing 8 years of age.
Discipline that helped you then,
yeah. I went into an old dustman's club at the age of 8, and I was below the age where you could have a proper fight. You had to be 11, so I was 8. So I had 5 exhibition fights where there was no winner, no loser, and I had 5 of them before I'd even been
Sounds
medical.
like it was just a natural boxer
I was
type
natural.
kid.
I was natural. I had good hands. Always had good
natural
hands.
talent. Yeah.
And I was a southpaw. Believe it or not, I was a southpaw.
Yeah.
And
Really hard. Always a hard fighter, isn't it, to beat yourself?
I was good on my feet. I was a southpaw, and then I tell you what happened. Yeah, Leonard and Hagler, they had a fight, and Hagler lost. Hagler was my idol. Hagler lost.
Marvellous Marvin.
Marvellous Marvin Hagler. Yeah. He lost. So I made myself switch. I converted myself. I converted to being right-handed.
Is that
as
easy?
opposed to being left-handed. It was difficult. Yeah. But I knew Leonard.
To make you a better boxer,
Leonard had beat Hagler, so I've got to be like Leonard now. I thought if the southpaw's just been done, southpaws are at the back of the queue, so I've got to be an orthodox. So I switched over. Then the following year, I went to the finals. Went to the finals of the schoolboys. No good. See you later. Don't matter. Try again. Won the Londons. Runner up in the finals. Then we go again. Same thing happened again the following year. Finals, boom, runner up. So I was too old for the schoolboys after this. So I went in the NABCs. The NABCs, again, I beat all the good boys. Went to the finals. See you later, again.
Did you have nerves at the finals because you'd had a few defeats in finals? Did it affect you in the finals?
My mum was more nervous than me. She used to give me her nerves. she used to say, "You remember what happened before? Yeah. Be convincing."
Yeah. But was there something about your technique or something?
I don't know. I think it's about being from London. Yeah. Because most of the time I'll go in these finals, you'd only have a handful of Londoners or Southerners.
Yeah.
It was always Northern boys.
Northern boys, yeah.
And that was it then. That was my amateur days. That was my junior days coming to an end. No more junior fights. So I went in the ABAs. I went in the ABAs at the age of 18. I was the youngest in it, in London. And I went through, done the divs and all that. They pulled me out. My club pulled me out because they said the next round be a bit difficult for me. I'm going to face a real man, someone in his like mid-20s, someone who hasn't turned pro, probably was good enough to turn pro, but I'm going to be up against him. And I've got time on my side. 18, I don't really need to put my body through that.
Yeah.
So I pulled out. See you later, and we do that again next year. So I did. Done it again the following year. Won the Londons. Won the Southern Englands. And I went to the finals. Same thing happened again. Come close. Now the story of where the agitation of it all starts burying into my brain. This is where it all starts now. The resent. Why? Why is this happening to me? Why am I coming second? Why can't I go and do this? Why can't I go and get that medal? The Olympics are coming up. 1996. Now, this fella who boxes at Liverpool, Alan Vaughan, he knows me, I know him. He was very good. He was a junior world champion, junior world amateur champion. He'd won the World Amateur Championships, I believe, twice. He'd won several other cups. He'd been in the European tournaments, world tournaments. And he was the boy. He was the A-team. He was the A-team representative for England. For me to go to the Olympics, I've got to get him out of the way.
Right.
Because I want to go.
Yeah.
I want to go to the Olympics. 1996, Atlanta, Georgia, America. I want to go to the Olympics. This is me. I'm good enough. I've had enough.
It's a good one to be.
I've had enough of the silvers. I've had enough of the fucking runner-ups. I've had enough of the coming close. I'm going to the Olympics. And that can then wipe away all the misery.
Well, were you actually feeling really miserable about this? Because you'd won a couple of things, didn't you?
Yeah, I always won the Londons. Always won Southern England. Always won Middlesex. But you want to go and win United Kingdom.
Yeah.
You want to win Great Britain. And then you want to be world champion. And you know when you're good enough, I knew I was good enough. Everyone knew I was good enough. I didn't go to school. I had probably once a month schooling for me general education. Because I was in the gym all the time. And they knew I was going to be a professional boxer.
Yeah.
So you can't learn about boxing in school. You can only learn that by boxing. So it means a lot of time out of school, sacrificing an education to go and be a boxer. So we've got to get this boy out of the way so I can go on the England team. I go in the ABAs again, the senior ABAs. And he would have been 2 fights away from me had they not have robbed me in the Southern English final in Aldershot against a boy called Kevin Bennett. And you would call that the Great British Quarter-Final. Although it would have normally been the English final, but it was the Great British Quarter-Final. And after that, I would have had a northeastern boy, either Vaughan or a boy called Lance Crosby. And he knows me well as well. We all know each other, don't we? So I get robbed in that position again.
Can I ask you, is it anything to do with, did you have management at that time, or was it that?
Well, I was in probably one of the best clubs in the country. I was at St Patrick's, which was out of West London. Then the other good club in West London was Dow Youth. And we was always helping each other with the sparring. We was always, visiting each other's clubs for extra training. And all my sparring, I always had to go and be a visitor. I couldn't spar anyone in my club. They was either not good enough for me, or I was too young to spar the seniors.
Yeah, the bigger ones, yeah.
So I was a visitor. I always had to be travelled around the country to go and get extra sparring. But
you said that you were robbed. Why were you robbed?
I've got the videotape. It clearly says on it. This is in the ABAs, the English final, if you like. He says, "Looks like we've got our first win for London today. Jason Hall has definitely pulled this off." And it goes the other way. And, there's booing, there's negatives chanting. And
what did you feel? Did you feel you won it?
I felt I won it all day long, but pick this boy off. Then I was on top of him. It was diabolical decision. He was an army boy, and it was in Aldershot Army Barracks.
Right,
There you go.
And, you know, I've always been a confident fella. And I don't mind being a visitor. I can go anywhere I want. That's why I went to America. I can go wherever I want. With my talent, I know it will give me supremacy. But I got robbed, and then I went back in the ABAs the following year. And I suppose you could argue, some people argue I won or I didn't win, in the finals again. This was the London finals against Dave Walker. How am I going to get Alan Vaughan out of the way though? Still want Alan Vaughan. I still got to go to America. Still got to channel me energy and me focus. I want Olympic glory. I may as well push all of that negative thoughts aside. Let's go to the Olympics.
Stay focused on that, yeah.
Did you? Sorry to interrupt. Did you suffer then from depression at the time? Were you?
No. At the time, it was still, you know, if anything, I had animosity.
Yeah.
Not depression. So, which is probably the other side of depression.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I had the animosity, but never the depression because I kept trying and trying. So you have the England select ceremony coming up at Crystal Palace now, and that's coming up a couple of weeks later. And it's to go to Crystal Palace, get your cards, get your stamp, get your certificate, get your badge, whatnot, Rose, get all your signing, get your photographs, bring your parents, do what you got to do. You are going to represent Great Britain in the Olympics. A team and B team must turn up. So I'm on the B team. I'm supposed to turn up. I didn't want to go. I don't even want it as a holiday. I don't even want to go to America as a holiday. I want to go there and fight for my country.
Yeah.
And that's at the age of 19. I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to go to America. Yeah, to fight. And people are going there. People can't wait to get to the airport as a B team just because they're getting a free holiday.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't want a free holiday. I want to go and fight, so otherwise I'm not going. So I decided to go and have a night out the night before. I went to a nightclub called EC1 in Holborn.
I know it, yeah.
You've been there, haven't you?
And I absolutely hated it. I was up there with all my mates, all the girls, all the girlfriends were there. I hated it. I couldn't wait to get out of there. But I wanted an excuse to have a late night so that I didn't have to go to the England Select on the Sunday morning. So I left the club, 1 o'clock, but I thought this ain't late enough. So I walked home. I walked from Holborn to Shepherd's Bush. One road I went. Holborn, Oxford Street, Bayswater, Shepherd's Bush. Then I got on a night bus to Norfolk. And I walked in about 6 in the morning. I thought, this would do. That's a late night. I won't have to go Crystal Palace now and get the embarrassment of being told you're coming along as a spare to America. Well, my phone was ringing, my buzzer was ringing, my phone was ringing, my buzzer was ringing. I bought my first gaff when I was 18, you see. So I was living on my own. This was 19, and my buzzer was ringing, my phone was ringing. I ignored it all. My mum come round my house 11:30 in the morning. She said, "Oh, what the hell have you done?" I said, "What?" She said, "Paddy's been on the phone, ringing you all morning. The London ABA been ringing me all morning. The England ABA been ringing me all morning. Alan Vaughan never turned up. He's broke his elbow, they've pulled him out. And they want the B team representative, Jason Hall, to go to the Olympics."
What did you feel? What did you feel, Jason?
I thought, is this a
wind-up?
wind-up or what?
Yeah.
Really? I mean, it can't get any worse than that. So
that was kind of your dream shattered.
that was it, yeah.
Did you kind of beat yourself up? How were you about that?
That was, do you know what? It made me more determined, to be honest with you.
So you've got your mate here as well.
Yeah. And Fred is like an uncle to me. My mate Fred. Fred's been there for me absolutely when I've been rock bottom with depression and I've gone to the whiskey sometimes. Fred will stand there and he'll let me pour it out. And Fred, can you just come over?
Come in the middle, Fred.
Let me see.
In the middle, so we'd want to see Fred.
Come in there, Fred, look.
Yeah.
I've got cauliflower ears.
Fred's been with me all the
Tell
way.
us who is Fred? Tell us who he is.
Fred's got the flower stall in Shepherd's Bush, and he's got a lovely family, lovely daughters, lovely grandchildren, lovely wife. We know the same people. He's you know, he's from my neck of the woods almost, and he knows what I've been through, and he's been there. He's been there on the receiving end of this part of my life, which is really probably, I suppose, been its toughest. But the tougher it gets, the better I get, the harder I fight, and the prouder Fred gets. So
How's it been, Fred, for looking after him?
As I said to you before, you know, I've had cauliflower ear rolls when I'm listening to him, but you know, he needs someone to listen to offload, and I'll try and give him a little bit of advice, point him in the right direction. I can't tell him he's going wrong because he already knows what wrong he's doing. You know, when you're fucked up in life, you know. You know, and you don't need anyone else telling you. You just need someone to give you a
bit of space.
Yeah, a little bit of space.
And a little bit of like comfort, don't you, really?
And listen, and a little bit of a, you know, there.
Well, I've always found out, and me and Dave, we used to do this, help a lot of people. They used to come and talk to us, but our skill was we would make them laugh.
Yeah.
And we'd take the piss out of their situation and make them look at it and go,
and would they laugh?
And they would laugh with us.
Yeah,
it's not that bad. Yeah,
it's not that bad. We've had like murderers come to our house when I was living with Dave, proper psychotics, and they spent 2 weeks living with us and went, fuck me, I'm all right, look at you two. I could be like you two.
That's hilarious. Yeah, really.
And they've left our house. Yeah. Psychotics have left our house going, fucking hell, thank fuck for 2 weeks for you lot. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And it's because we laughed every day.
That's good.
We didn't take nothing serious. Yeah. The worst things that happened to us, we used to have to laugh about it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? The worst things that happened to us, we made it funny.
Yeah. And also the trauma that you went through, Brendan. I mean, you got through that with humour with Dave leaving.
Yeah.
That was difficult for you.
Very, very difficult. But Dave was.
It's a good theory, though, isn't it? Yeah.
Dave was such a strong character. Yeah. At the end of his life, he knew what he was doing. Yeah. And
takes strength to do what he did.
He used to say to me, "Oh, I'm thinking about doing it this way." I'll go, "I've chosen her at home this week, Dave." And he went, "Have I got to kill myself?" And the fixture list, I said, "Could you do it on the international break?" Yeah. I said, "Because we got no games then." And he used to say, "You fucking."
See, I had a pub for 12 years, and my dad had one for 27 years, 25 years opposite Chelsea football ground. So you're used to dealing with people who drink and have got problems. Yeah. I mean, I used to have people come in to me and say, I've got this big gas bill. Basically, they want me to lend them the money to pay the gas bill. So I say, hang on, I'll put you on a gas payment plan. But, you know, but really, like, the government should, instead of me paying rates, the council should be paying me for talking to people or listening to people. Yeah, it's true.
Absolutely. Well, Brendan, it's been brilliant having you both on.
Wicked. Well done. Thanks, Brendan.
Thank you.
Very nice to listen to this man.
Thanks very much.
It's a bungalow now.
He was never a roof fight.
You know, my second fight, I found you gonna like this one. My second fight where I had the magical cut, that was in the Aladdin. Can you believe that? Where Elvis Presley got married.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
The old Aladdin, not the new, because they've knocked that down. Because what they do is they blow the hotels up.
That's right,
They put all their gear underneath and blow it up.
Down,
it don't blow up, it blows down.
Yeah,
it's a funny way.
Collapse it.
Yeah, and then rebuild it. So, but I boxed in the original one that Elvis married Priscilla in. And not that that's got any relevance to me because they're both brown bread, but
she's still alive.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, still going. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought they both.
There's a chance if you make her laugh.
Yeah, could be in there.
Yeah.
Can you sing?
Yeah. She probably tries spaghetti, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, and that's a pleasure.
She's got worse memories of that hotel than you.
Yeah.
Well, it's been fantastic. It's been a real honour to
Thank
have
you very much,
Jason. And you know, we feel very honoured that you chose us to tell your story because you know it's been fabulous, hasn't it?
Absolutely. I hope everyone enjoys it. Thank you.
Cheers.
Well done, Jason.
Well done, Jason.
Thank you. Lovely.
Well done.